Okay, this is the Four of Cups, as you can see, and I want to make a couple of points, just a couple of points about this card. So we've got the fellow sitting beneath a tree, in the shade of a tree. We have 3 cups on the ground and 1 emerging from a cloud. Okay, and not too much going on in the background. So the first thing we might notice about this card is that the fellow's sitting, his arms are crossed in front of him, his legs crossed here. So it may be that is enough to answer the question, the fact that he's sitting and he's not acting, he's not doing anything. So somebody might want to know, what can I do to solve a family problem? And the answer is, you can't do anything, or you ought not to try to do something, because we've got the person sitting. Whereas if you look at the 8, I removed 3 cards, there's the 8, this is a card of movement and action, because the fellow's actually moving from point A to point B. So with this card, can you do something? Yes, you can. In the same way, or similarly, there's the 5 of Cups. And it looks like this person is going from, like he's moving, and he's come across this scene. So he's maybe pausing for a minute to think about something or whatever he's doing. Whereas this fellow, it's more like he's there for an extended period of time. So this is not just stopping for a minute to get you to gather your thoughts. It's more sitting seriously, thinking about something for an extended period of time. So maybe if the card is upside down, you're not thinking it through enough. So you're coming to too quick a decision about something, depending on the question and if the card appears in the past, the present, or the future, of course. But it can be that here you need to take a period of time, a day, a week, whatever it happens to be, and think things through. Upside down, you're trying to do it all in 2 minutes, and it's not a good idea. Sometimes quick decisions are correct and appropriate and good. In this case, with this question, the 4 of Cups upside down is not a good idea to make a quick decision, because you tend to make the wrong decision. Okay, so that's part of it. So the fellow's sitting, so the answer may be that don't do anything. Think it through first. And I know that a lot, like the kings and the queens, for instance, are sitting. And I'm not saying that if the card shows somebody sitting, then they shouldn't do anything. Because kings and queens, for instance, are roles that people play. And there are certain behaviours and actions that are connected with being a king or being a queen. And I think you have to follow through with that, rather than say, okay, well, the king's sitting, so don't do anything. Okay. That's one thing, the fact he's sitting, and it's not particularly a card of action. Not at the moment, anyway. The other thing is, we've got three cups here and 1 here, and the one emerging, it sort of reminds me of that. The Ace of Cups, the single cup emerging from a cloud, sitting in a hand, and here we've got same kind of the cloud, the hand, and the single cup. And so with this particular card, I think it can be telling the questioner, go back to the beginning and rethink the original plan or the original idea or the original intention. So let's say somebody wants to know, should I change jobs or am I going to change jobs? If this card comes up, it could be, think again about why you took this job in the first place. Because it may be that it's time to update your original plan, or update your original thought for taking this job, because maybe you need to upgrade or update the idea that you had in the beginning, or maybe you need to go back to the beginning and start doing what you originally wanted to do, or what you originally intended doing when you took this job, rather than look for something better elsewhere. Having a new job might be a good idea, but again, it can be that you should, or you ought to, you're going to be in a stronger position no matter what if you have a clear idea in mind about what your goal was for this job, so that you can maybe discover that you're going to be able to achieve the goal more easily or better or more completely in a new position. But it's important, I think, with this one and the ace, or the hand emerging from the cloud, to remember or think again about the original plan or the original idea, partly because it may be that you've forgotten why you took the job, and And it may be playing in the back of your mind. So if you're clear about what your plan is or what you're thinking, then doubts are not going to be playing on your mind and causing upset or sort of a sense of unease. So you might have got sidetracked anyway. And so if you can remember what your original idea was, or original plan was, then you get back on the track that you chose in the beginning. The other thing is that the person, as you can see, he seems to be looking at the 3 cups. And the 4th one, the new one, somehow it's a new beginning, is being offered, but he's focusing on what he knows of what has already happened and ignoring something new. And so the advice of the card might be to shift your focus, shift your thoughts and your focus away from what you already know, and open yourself up to new possibilities and new opportunities and new ideas. And so only because the fellows are looking at what's already there and seems to be ignoring this new beginning that is shown. So I think we could maybe say, if the card is upright, you'll see the new beginnings or the new possibilities. If the card is upside down, then you probably won't, or you'll see it and ignore it, or you'll see the new possibility and think, I don't really want that, but maybe deep down you do. So the question might be, how should I handle a family crisis? And with this one, it can be, the key can be this hand emerging from a cloud. So the answer can be, look and see what is new in the situation, or else look at what's going on and see what new thing can be introduced to make it better, because you're probably not going to be able to keep going on the way you've been going on. There's a need for something new. Another thing is, if you look at the family situation, or the family crisis, somebody is offering something new. It's there, but can you see it? Can you find it? So what can you do that's new? And it could be as simple as like sitting down eating dinner together, or like once a week you go somewhere special, you do something as a group, as a family. It can be something like that. So I'm looking at this ace and thinking, oh, this hand emerging from the cloud, and I'm thinking a new beginning, a new start. If the card is upright, you'll see it and you'll take advantage of it. Whereas if it's upside down, it's as if there's a new possibility is offered, but either it's going to be delayed, or somebody's going to promise something and not be able to fulfill the promise, or else there's going to be unwillingness on the part of you or other people to take new steps, or to do something new, or to do something for the first time and get back on a track that is of everybody's choosing. So I hope that makes sense.